friends, how are you all doing today? I hope you are having a great day. I am laughing because I just started to record this and my mom's dog Bridget is asleep right here on the floor and in front of this brown cabinet here. I have a little puppy bed right here and she's asleep right there. She wants to be right by me at all times. And I recorded and I was like, "Hey y'all, how you doing?" And she goes, I can't reproduce it, but she did this very loud snore, and I was like, "That was a dog. That was a dog." That was too funny. Okay, and then I was laughing so hard I had to just turn it off. But today is Wednesday, and I hope you're all having a great day. I don't know how the lighting looks here. Is that better or worse or what? I don't know. I'm recording here at my desk instead of where I normally record because Big Daddy thought he was going to do some work from home, and he set up his laptop and spread out all these papers and file folders and all that kind of stuff on the table where I normally record at. And he sat there on his laptop looking at YouTube stuff, and then he got up, went, got in his recliner, and went to sleep. So, yeah, he's he's too tired to work and stuff from home. But he tried, and he might later as he gets to feeling a little bit better. But right now he's coughing really bad. At times he's, sounds kind of horrible, but he doesn't feel like anything's in his chest. He's not wheezing or having any kind of breathing issues. So he just has a bad sore throat, and he's real tired and sleepy. He's in his recliner in the den, and that's his room where he hangs out. It's just his stuff in there. The den is completely decorated for him. That's one thing I did for him whenever we redid our house after the flood, was designate the den for him. So that's his little man cave where he hangs out, and he has his TV and such. So he's in his recliner, and then I'll go back there and kind of check on him every now and then, and he'll be asleep. I'll go ask him, does he need some more water? But most of the time he's asleep. Now, when he does get up to come to the restroom, he, tells me I'm coming through, and I put my mask on, and he has his mask on. So we're trying to do, what we can. So, there's that. My mom's dogs are, doing good. They are super spoiled. Bridget, she thinks if I eat something, I'm supposed to share it with her. And that's what my mom does. She always shares food off her plate with her dogs. And Bridget is like, she stands here and barks at me and stares at me because I'm not sharing food. But it's hard to share soup with a dog. Now, I keep a food bowl in the bathroom. That's where Phoebe's food normally is. So there's food and water in there. And then I put an egg, because it's 3 dogs in here. And sometimes 4 if Elijah's little Django comes in. So I have another little food bowl here right by my desk. So I'll fill that up in the mornings and then again in the evening. So they have plenty of food. She just wants whatever I have. And she'll eat that food. She can eat it just fine. But when I have something to eat, she wants it too. But, yeah, it's kind of hard to share soup with a dog. And so I'm just like telling her, I don't know what to do. Bridget, you can't have this. So, yeah, maybe my parents will get back home soon and they can get their dogs some chicken. Oh, Mom asked me, have you cooked them some eggs? No. I told her, no, I don't think we have any eggs. Yeah, I don't know. I can't cook for myself. I'm not going to cook for a dog. So anyway, that's updates what's going on around here. Oh, I don't know if I told y'all, my son Elijah started a new job. He left Michael's, and he's working as a nurse tech at a rehab center. And I don't know if some of you might remember that he does have EMT training, and so he finished that right when when COVID started, and I really just did not want him working out in the medical field. I mean, I know people did, but I don't know. I just didn't want him working out there with, the pandemic had just started. So he didn't. But now he's working at a rehab as a nurse tech. He started that this week. He loves it. It's interesting. Every day's different. You never know what's going to happen. And so, yeah. So he's working 3 days a week, and then he's working Saturday and Sunday nights, graveyard, 12-hour shifts. So yeah, he's doing good. He likes it, and Big Daddy will go back to work next week. After y'all might can hear Bridget snoring, but earlier she let out a very loud snore that might have sounded like something else. But anyway, so what are y'all working on today? Today I am working on a snake. Yes, a snake. This is my second one to make. I'm making these for my brother's little boys, my nephews. They are 3 and 5. And so I just thought I would make them these snakes for that's not right, for Easter. And I might give it to them before Easter. I mean, Easter's not until April mid-April. I don't know the date exactly, but it's mid-April, so it's kind of late this year. So if I'm going to be able to see them before then, after everybody's well, of course, then I'd want to go ahead and give them to them. So anyway, this is my second one to make, and there it goes. My first one is made in this is that berry banana, or I can't remember the colorway of it. That's the first one, and this is the second one. And I am using the book Crochet Cute Critters by Sarah Zimmerman. And I'll tell you what, this is a well-written book. It is a well-written book. The patterns are so easy to follow. If you have a need for those kind of patterns, that is a great book to get. Last night I was working on a project out of a book that I have. I have some crochet books right here. You can see them right up there. I have some crochet books there, and well, those are not crochet. Those are knit, I think. But anyway, I pulled out a book that is from Amazon and started working on a project. That pattern is so poorly written. I was just like, what? And I would read the same thing like over and over and over, and I was just like, what? And I probably read that like hundreds of times. I'm serious. And it made no sense to me whatsoever. And I was just like, I had my project in my hand, and I'm like, I was so lost. But then I tried to follow it as I thought it said, and I couldn't follow it. I just could not follow it. And I mean, I can read patterns. It was just one thing said, this is what it said for like row whatever. 1 chain, single crochet in in the, here, I have the book right here. I'm not going to show you the book, but because I really don't want to put anyone down, but it was very hard to follow. Okay. One chain, work one single crochet into the single crochet in front of the first single crochet. Okay, like that is just the wording, I think, is just what threw me off so bad. So I interpreted that to say chain one, skip the first single crochet and single crochet into the next. That may not mean what it says because my project was not looking like that project. And so I ended up just doing my own thing. Like, I could not follow that gibberish. And so I ended up doing my own thing and just kind of shaped it the best I could. And if you use your imagination, my project turned out okay. I haven't put it together completely yet, but and then the project has, every project in there has this little chart. It's a circle with all these lines and pluses and the lines, and they'll have lines off of that, lines off of that, and it is just like, what in the world is that? And so I was just, I don't know. So I really appreciate a well-written pattern. Thank you, Sarah Zimmerman. That is a well-written pattern. Sometimes I do run across patterns like that. Sometimes I'll buy an Etsy pattern and, you know, I'm like, I wish I could have seen a sample of their writing before I purchased this pattern. You know, and sometimes patterns are not cheap. You know, if you pay like $5.99 for a pattern that's a little bitty amigurumi stuffy, that's really pricey. And then if the pattern's not written well, you know, that's not good either. And so usually in books the patterns are written better, but this book was written very poorly in my opinion. It wasn't straightforward. And maybe it's kind of like the person who wrote that pattern, English is not their first language. And so, you know, that's understandable. But it should have said something on the book. I don't know. It should have said something to lead you to know that, you know, you might have difficulty reading the pattern. I don't know. So anyway, so I'm just working on this little snake, and even from her pattern in this book that I'm using right now, I'm going a little bit off. You're supposed to work this section here like so many rows. Well, I'm not going to take a stitch marker off and on for that many rows, so I just took my stitch marker off and I'm just working the snake. And when I get it to the length that I want it, I will go back and start the pattern again to taper off for the tail. And that's what I did for the other one. I was doing it and I was going around and around, and I was like, I'm just going to throw this whole thing down. I don't want to take the stitch marker off and on like that. And so I just took the stitch marker out and just crocheted. That is so much easier. And that way I made the snake as long as I wanted it, and I wanted to use the whole skein of yarn, so I made that snake really long. And I'm going to do the same with this one. So yeah, you guys tell me what y'all are working on today, and what's going on in your life. what's happening. And I will see you all again really soon. Bye, friends. And I slept in the bed with him before, he actually was. That was the dog snoring.